I said, I don't have no favorite. When you say you don't have no favorite, then it's like, why? The next thing, they was like, why? You don't like Meg, you don't like... And I'm like, well, you know, a favorite. You asked me who's my favorite. As a favorite, I can't give you a favorite because I feel like they all talking about the same thing. And then I said, I feel like they all talking about the same thing. I guess that's the word all, where people thought I was talking about all females. But I was talking about the names that they gave me. And from there, I said, they all talking about the same thing. And I said, it's like strippers rapping. And it went crazy. But what people don't understand is, I actually believe that these women that do this type of music should start calling it strap. Is that funny? Is that... I'm telling you, like, for real. That's what I think. Just like we have trap, they should call it strap. I mean, it's the stories of their life. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that. I mean, and I was on an episode. I did an episode of Love and Hip Hop, and I think Mimi had an artist, and she brought her artist to see me, and it was a stripper, right? And in that episode, I told that girl her record sound like stripper fight music. And I was thinking concept, like, yo, you should create a genre called stripper fight music, where this music appeals to these clubs. It sounds like you might fight in the club, whatever it is. Like, it's just like crunk, right? When somebody said crunk, nobody was like, crunk? What is that? Why does crunk, what's crunk? The, you know, improper way of saying crank, right? Whatever it is, it still became doom. You know what I'm saying? Then I had put out the Franchise Boys, and USA Today phrased that music as snap music. I'm like, snap music? And it was like, just because, you know, Lean With It, Rock With It had the snap. I'm just saying, strap.
You heard it first with JD.
Nah. I mean, I'm giving. I mean, I believe somebody's thought of it. You know what I mean? I believe somebody's probably definitely thought of it. It just hasn't come to life, but I believe that that's what they should call it.
You know, and I heard an interview with Teddy Riley where he was talking about the New Jack Swing, and he said one of the things that the artists aren't doing is naming your genre.
Name your genre. Exactly. You saw that. The GOAT said this. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's nothing wrong with naming it. Name it, because that's what you're doing. You know, and I had to keep that interview PG clean, just like any other interview that I'm doing. But if I had to recite the lyrics, because I've seen a bunch of people say, well, then what are they saying that's like? Listen, if I recite verses, you're gonna hear what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? And then you tell me if, you know, of course they sound different, they got different sounds, that's great. But you know, in a quick conversation, you asking me who's my favorite, I'm just telling you what I hear. I'm like, I can't really pick a favorite based on that.
You know what? Some of the social media reactions where people actually talked about comparing the female rappers, or the strap, if you will, to what like the T.I.'s did, and how they were rapping about their set, their hood. What is your comeback to that? They're saying it's double standards.
I don't understand why people like, well, why you ain't say something about the men? Why you ain't say something about the men? Why this ain't come up 2 weeks before I went? Why is this coming up now? I feel like that's, you know, and I also feel like, even about this, the female rap comment, I feel like it's so many people that was feeling like what I said already, but they were scared to say it. I'm definitely seeing that right now. I'm feeling that energy. When I walk around the streets, all I hear is people like, yo, JD, I'm with you, what you said, yo. That's how I became who I am. The energy of the streets, the people telling me. I promise to God, I'm not telling one lie right now. I was just on the elevator, the dude said it to me. God is my witness. And I'm like, okay, out of all the things I'm doing, he ain't say, yo, I seen your doc. He ain't say, yo, blah, 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 well, this was cool. He said, yo, what you said about them female rappers, I'm with you. So People ask me, do I regret what I said? No, when stuff like that's happening and people on the streets are saying something like, JD, I'm glad you stood up and said it. You know, I feel like I did something. I could be talking about, y'all could be saying I'm going to jail, by the way. All this other stuff, the other details in hip hop are always negative. I'm getting press for talking about music. I would never change that for nothing in the world.